Welcome back to drinking Coca-Cola. What do you think, Mabeanie?
About Coca-Cola?
Yeah.
It's the best drink.
Also, by the way, this right here is the worst minigame in the game.
The shirtless jumping challenge.
Yep. See, she said Jumpman because that was my original name. Do you get it? It's a reference. So this is the last moon that I got in my playthrough out of my 100% playthrough because it is, in my opinion, the hardest one. You can get 2 moons out of this. And it's hard. And I'm going to give it one single attempt. This is just, oh god, it's so hard. So the reason that missions are really hard is because depending on who you are, you get people experience this one differently, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some people have gone it in the first go. Some people took days. I took literal days to finish that mission. So because you got to get to 100. So it is a hard one, man.
Why would we want to plant this?
Because I feel like it.
In the drain.
What? In the drain? Yeah, let's just destroy the sewer
Access to
system.
water.
Yeah,
What is it?
It's a freaking this, obviously.
It's a lemon.
It's a lemon.
It's like a squash, that's what it is.
You're a squash.
Yeah.
This is basically my life IRL, running around without a shirt and an aviator cap with a huge nut in my hands.
There.
However, usually the nut is connected to my body.
Just the union nut.
I do have exactly one nut. Don't tell anyone, please. Stephanie, please don't leave that episode in the episode that I have exactly one nut.
Yeah, please don't show pictures of
Whatever
this
you
one.
do, please don't show a picture of a nut. She just puts up a picture of a peanut. Oh, there's freaking rats in this gross town. Would you live here in New Donk, the city?
Yeah.
.com?
I want to live in an apartment.
Really?
Yeah.
What's that? You're not one of them city boys, are you?
I think it's just because there'll be so many people there. I think I'm a bit of a people person.
I can tell.
Yeah, I realised yesterday when I got home that I want to be around people.
Like I kind of ask this sometimes with your ideal location: city, country, or suburbia, or other. I don't know what other would be there. I guess beachside, country, hills. There's a lot of choices.
Because I like driving. So I want to live in a place that's kind of far away from everything.
Right.
So I like the idea of going for a long drive on a regular basis.
Really?
Yeah, because I enjoy it.
You would be away from like everything.
Yeah. So you gotta learn.
Holy shit! I crushed that rat and got a coin out of him.
Yeah.
I did not know you could do that.
So you learn new skills to live in the wild.
Well, it's funny you should mention that. I was actually given an opportunity recently to potentially spend 6 months in the hills, the country, and I'm probably not going to take it for that reason.
Yeah, because it's far away from everything.
Yeah, I mean, I like being a hermit. Like, I like being alone. Like, my ideal roommate is myself and no one else.
Yep.
And that's a serious thing. People don't quite understand it, but I'm a very, we've talked about it many times, but I'm a very introverted type of person. However, living in the middle of the country does not really appeal to me, admittedly, because it's a little bit too isolated. I like to know that I can just kind of see people and do things and have things around and stuff. Maybe I'm biased because I've lived my whole life in suburbia, but like I would like to just live in suburbia my whole life, I think. For the rest of it, I should say. So that's my personal preference. But you think the country? You think you'd be happy living there forever?
Yeah, not necessarily. Well, yeah.
You have to choose one place for the rest of your life.
Yeah, the country.
Okay, interesting. Why aren't you living there right now, huh? Idiot.
I've been to the country.
You've never been.
I've got family who live in the country.
Right.
So I know what it's like.
So you'd live near them? Well, not.
Well, not because they live there, but because I've stayed over there. I know I've got an idea about what it's like to live there.
Right. How long have you stayed there for?
I think I've stayed there for a week. That's the longest time I've stayed there.
The longest I've stayed is for 6 weeks. So I think I know a thing or two about living in the country. Would you start a farm? What would you plant?
In the hills.
What would you grow?
Yeah, I'd have a garden.
A garden. Okay. I mean, I said a farm, but
Farm.
I'd have a garden as well, though. Actually, I see myself as the kind of retired old person who would have a not a farm, a garden. I do, and I'd plant
I like
tomatoes
growing.
for consistency's sake.
I grow everything.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Did you grow meat?
Did
Did you grow weird hybrid human beings?
No.
Well, then you're not growing everything, are you?
It's a weird thing that I was thinking about this morning.
You think of that while I read things,
Yeah.
if I'm honest with you.
It's not a super weird thing, but I was thinking my goals are very that you might think, oh, they're not like majorly ambitious goals. Like I want to have a family, and I want to have
Fuck!
like my own business.
That sounds pretty ambitious.
But
having a bit, owning a family, not ambitious. Owning your own company is ambitious. I would define it, at least.
yeah. But then at the same time, when you achieve those goals, and so that got me thinking about people like Jeff Bezos and who's the other guy in the big money space race? Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, yeah.
Yeah, made me think about those sorts of guys, the guys who have worked hard and achieved great things.
Mm-hmm.
And so it makes me think, well, what's it like to have achieved those things? What's the next step? I guess you just as life goes on, you find new things that motivate you and interest you. You just grow into what you become.
You'll always get new goals. I think my philosophy in life is it doesn't matter if you accomplish all your goals, you'll come up with more. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Even if they're mundane or not that interesting, there'll still be new goals.
Yeah. Well, I guess I didn't have the goal of owning my own game design business until I was 11 years old.
Mm-hmm.
But before then, I think I wanted to do something along. I think the thing is that I had already been doing sort of game design stuff, coming up with ideas for games, years before I decided I wanted that to be my life goal.
Right.
And so...
Have you considered taking any game design courses?
Yep. And I applied for one earlier this year.
Ooh.
But the sort of stuff that they were expecting in the interview, I just did. I knew I wasn't ready for it, and so I thought, nah, I'm not doing it. I'm gonna do it at my own.
If that's your goal, you want to start working towards it.
Yeah, but well, you don't have to do it at your own pace.
I guess.
So, and that's what I was gonna do. I thought, well, clearly I'm not ready to do it this way, and I don't want to go into something on the back foot, so I'm just not going to do it at this particular school. And there are other ways to learn how to make games. Like I've got books on how to program in C++, and that's like that's the main language for game design stuff. But there are lots of programming things that would be useful. But my goal is less about knowing how to make the game myself, but hiring other people to do it for me.
Right.
And
You're the ideas man, right?
I'm the ideas man. I've got the vision.
Hire me for design. That's all I want to do. I just want to draw.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
But also, every time I feel like, because sometimes I feel like my life is unsalvageable. Sometimes I get
that's an actual ridiculous statement.
Down in the dumps and think, I've stuffed it up. I think I could have done it better. Even though it's still very early in my life.
It's never too late. Honestly,
I start thinking about, when I have my kid, I want to do it this way. And this is how I'm going to do it. But then at the same time, think, if I keep trucking along as I always will, and do the best that I can do, that I want to do, and things will turn out the way that they do.
Uh-huh. Well, one of the things I'll say is that, don't feel like you've fucked up your life, because you're only 23, and there is so much more to your life than you've done so far, I should say. And you never know what's going to happen, and you're definitely not alone in feeling that way. You'll find plenty of other people your age and younger who feel the same way, even though it's just not true.
Yeah.
By the way, I never mentioned it, by the way. This whole city is a reference to Donkey Kong. So Ramby Street and Rattly Street, they're characters from Donkey Kong. There was Cranky Street. There's like iconography and stuff of Donkey Kong around. Just wanted to point that out.
Cranky Street.
However, if you think Donkey Kong is in this place, you are wrong. He is not in this game at all for some reason. I don't know why. It makes me sad. I feel like he should be, because, you know, I understand that, you know, he and Pauline aren't exactly best friends, but still, you know, Donkey Kong's not a bad guy.
He's a different man, mate. Who's it supposed to be?
Actually, yeah, no, that was Cranky Kong.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like,
Yeah. It was bullshit, what it is. What are you talking about?
Like philosophy.
Oh, jeez. I don't think we were.
We were talking about life and achieving your goals. And
oh, yeah. Well, you know, so I wouldn't feel beat up about it. I mean, look at my life, you know.
Yeah.
You could easily say that I've achieved absolutely nothing, and I wouldn't disagree. But that's the thing, I'm young, and I can afford to make these big choices, I guess you could say. That's one of my dad's big things, is that I really gotta go talk to Pauline and do this fucking mission. Is my dad is like, you know, he's very different to your typical stereotypical father. He's kind of the opposite, where instead of thinking you need to stop lazing around and get a job, he's like, you need to stop working and laze around more, because he's like in his, like, he's like 65 or something, and he's like, you know, he's very aware of his age, and he's like, he knows that, you know, you only get so much time to do things, so when you're young, it's the best time to do whatever you want and just, you know, follow your heart. It's going to be alright. Anyway, there's Sonic Adventure.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of coins. I'm still getting them. But yeah, I just wanted to finish my thought, which was that, yeah, so like, my dad's philosophy is like, yo, you know, you're still young, you know, you haven't ruined your life yet, despite what you might think, and a lot of people are in the same boat and stuff. This is literally the time to just follow your heart and do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Look at these people freaking going crazy with this one drummer. We have to say, you were able to recruit a musician. Yeah, how did I do that? Where the freak did I find this man? Alright, well, next time on whatever, we'll go find more musicians. Bye-bye.